Well, so all the big cards from every set of the Scarlet and Violet era are pretty much all falling right now. I mean, I know we had a big rise recently with the, it kind of started with that Greninja from Twilight Masquerade, not pre-sale. It was after that Greninja climbed like we didn't expect it to do, or at least I didn't expect it to do. I thought it was going to be an $80 card after it came out, but it ended up just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And, the hype got all crazy. So I just wanted to look at the top hit from every set from Scarlet Violet, and we start off with Scarlet Violet base with the Gardevoir. The Gardevoir is currently sitting at $52.40. That's relatively flat from its 1 month ago. It was sitting at $51.39, but they did have a spike right around March 10th and got up to 55, but just sitting at $52.40. So this one relatively flat. It's actually plus 1.97% on the month. If you go back 3 weeks, it's down a little bit, but it is up on the month, which is interesting because most of these cards are down. Like all the big hits are down. The Drowsy did pass this card up for a minute, and now the Drowsy's back below. But yeah, the Gardevoir, kind of up almost 2% on the month. So then we go to Paldea Evolved. We got the Magikarp. Magikarp sitting at $224.48. That's pretty much where I think the bottom was going to be. My video that I posted, I don't know, was it a week or two ago, of when to pounce on the Magikarp. And I said about 225. Well, it's at 224.48. So if you're looking for this card, I would get ready to grab this. It could possibly go a little bit lower, but just a month ago it was sitting at 279. I think it broke the 280 mark just a little bit, and then it just started going down after that. So this one's down almost 20%, down 19.69%. Crazy stuff. All right, so then we move on to the third set, which is Obsidian Flames, and we got that Charizard. And this one's down 17.62%. It hit that $75 mark and just dropped. It did plummet pretty low to about $58, but it did shoot back up, and now it's sitting around $61.82. Beautiful card. I love that card. I just sold one of those today. So let's see here. Then we go to Obsidian Flames. Not Obsidian Flames, 151. We got another Charizard, the Sunzard here. This one's down 15.81%. It did reach a high of $295. It was flirting with that $300 right there, but man, it just didn't want to go over there. It did drop to about $233 recently, but it's back up to $248.25. So yeah, it is down that 15.81%, almost 16% on the month. All right, moving on to Paradox Rift, the Groudon. The Groudon is sitting at $96.52. It did hit a high of about $104 a couple weeks ago, but a month ago it was sitting at $100.97. So on the month it's down 4.41%. So this is one of the smaller drops. 4%. That's relatively flat, I guess. So moving on to the Paldean Fates Bubble Mew. One of the best cards in the whole era, probably the most iconic from this era, which is crazy because when it first came out, it looks like a little kid artwork, but everyone loves this card. So the Bubble Mew here is currently sitting at $330.23, and this is another one. When I did my video when to pounce, I thought about $330 was the price on this one to start doing that, but the trend line looks like it's continuing to go down. This could possibly hit $300, which if that's the case, hopefully the Japanese one goes back down, because the Japanese one's almost at 200. I want to grab a few of those Japanese ones, just to have in my store later on. But I do like the investability of this card. If you really want something that's going to be holding some value, English or Japanese on this one, I like this card for the long run. But it is down 11.13%. And like I said, I think it could probably go down a little bit more. My target was 330 for anybody who doesn't have the card. So that's the Bubble Mew. Let's move on to, this one right here is Raging Bolt from Temporal Forces. This one's up 6.9%. It did go over 106, but it does look like it's starting to get down a little bit. But this card is super playable. I think some of the new cards in the meta might have stumped this card a little bit, so we might see it start dropping. But so this one is actually up 6.9% on the month. It's at 105.07. I still haven't got this card from my son's binder. I've been waiting for this thing to drop back down to like $75 or something like that. It just doesn't want to. And we need this. We actually need all of the special illustration rares at the top here. We've only got the iron leaves in the binder. So, but yeah, this Raging Bolt is holding strong. It's like the only big dog that's really not dropping, you know. So, all right, now we're moving on to the Greninja. A lot of people's favorite here. This card is down 8.09%, and it's pretty close to my target. Well, it did hit 405. It's down to 372. It looks like the graph is gonna stay flat for a minute, but I still think this one's gonna drop a little bit more. I still think this is gonna be down around that Bubble Mew price, maybe $15 more than the Bubble Mew at about 345. So I think this could lose another $28 or so. But yeah, Greninja is down to 372.86 or 8.09%. So just barely started falling. So we'll see what happens. We move on to Shrouded Fable, and we got the Persian here. This one's done a little bit of a roller coaster, but now it's on its downslide, and it looks like it's a steep downslide. This card hit about $57.40. It is now sitting at $50.13 with the most recent sale at $49.99, which means it's still trending down. I think it's down 11%. I think, like I said, I think this one's going to go back down into the 40s, maybe even hit $40, if not 35. But yeah, Persian on the downslide there, Shrouded Fable. And now the big dog for Stellar Crown is now the Squirtle. You know, Terapagos has dropped below, you know, the Squirtle, but the Squirtle did hit a high of $70.99. It's done a little roller coaster since then, but it's now sitting at $59.50, and $55 was my target on this one, and the trend line looks like it's heading towards that way. So $55 I think is when I'm going to probably pounce on this one to get for the binder here. But yeah, it's down 16.19%. So pretty steep drops on some of these, some of the big dogs. Now we're heading over to the big Pikachu from Surging Sparks, and this card seemed like it wanted to go over, like up to $500. It hit like 476, and it hit 485, and now it's all the way down to 405.27. 405.27. I mean, it's down 14% on the 3-month chart, and that's approximately what it is on the 1-month chart. As well. For some reason, TCG players 1-month chart is messed up on the Pikachu right now. But yeah, down 14.30%. This card's going to go under $300, so I wouldn't be buying this right now. Its trend line is really, really sharp down. I can see this card probably hitting $350, but you know, not my favorite card. It was people canceled pre-orders when they seen this picture of this Pikachu because it didn't blow them away. So they're kind of like. But now it's a very expensive card. So, but yeah, Pikachu is sitting at 405, and I think he's going to drop quite a bit more. All right, we're moving on to the Umbreon from Prismatic Evolutions. Out the gate, this guy climbed. It shot up a little bit, but on the month, the high was $1,588, and now it's sitting at $1,448. So it's dropped $110. That's only 8.82%. So I think it's going to be. Man, this card shouldn't be over $1,000. It shouldn't be over $800. This should be a $500 card, but with all the hype around it, I don't know. People got a little bit crazy, a little too overzealous on Prismatic Evolutions. It's a cool set, but like I said, it's not something we haven't seen before. I would rather spend my money on Evolving Sky stuff because it's, you know, from 2021. I wouldn't pay anywhere near this price, and the Japanese one being only like $300 and something. The English one shouldn't be 5 times as much as a Japanese one. There's no way. This card should be maybe just under $600, between $500 and $600. So I expect this card to continue to drop. It cannot hold that $1,400 price. And if you paid $1,600, I don't know what to tell you, but it is going down, and it is going to continue to go down. All right, now last set, Lily's Clefairy. This is down the most of all the big dogs. It's down 36.42%, but it's doing what cards should have done. You know, at the beginning of this era, the Charizards, all those, the Gardevoirs, all these cards were high and then they dropped. That's what they should have done. The Greninja is the first card that was kind of expensive and shot up, which is crazy. The Pikachu shot up. The Umbreon shot up a little bit. But this card, Lily's Clefairy, from Journey Together, is doing exactly what a card should do. Pre-sale price sitting at $330. Now the card is sitting at $210.31 with the most recent sale at $190. It's the least Clefairy right here. Shouldn't even be over $100. In 6 months or something like this, you're going to be picking this card up like Terapagos, $70, $80 card. It's a beautiful card. In Japanese, it's probably going to hold more value because of the waifu aspect of it. But you know, it is what it is. All right, so that's the end of the big dogs falling, man. There's only 2 cards. Raging Bolt is up, and the Gardevoir is kind of up almost 2% on the month. So shameless plug. I got my plug. It's one city over. Stumbled upon a case of the fall 2021 Evolutions tins. So I got some back here, and these will be going on my store. And so I got these, and he didn't just stumble on a case. He stumbled upon quite a few cases. This guy has so much stuff. He's got like literally I saw his Journey Together booster boxes with the box topper. He had a stack of those. So I don't know, 6, 12, 18, or like 24 of those. But then he pulled these out from the back. I mean, this is where I've been getting my team up from this guy. I've been getting a lot of old stuff from this guy. And since I've been buying from him for a long time, he usually gives me pretty good deals. But I picked these up for about $20 a piece, which is basically MSRP. He hooked it up on that, and so I'll have these on my store. I'm gonna have them at market, of course. There's Evolving Skies pack in here, Battle Styles, Chilling Rain, and Sword and Shield base. These are the ones from the 2021. I know sometimes you can't tell, but these are direct from GTS out of San Jose, California. These are not the MJ Holdings repacks that they sent to Target and Walmart and all that kind of crap. These are the original old school tins with the Evolving Skies in it, and I have these on my website. Not a website, on my eBay store. I'm in the process of trying to get a website up and going, an e-commerce website. So once I get that, I'll give you guys that information. But I have a link down in the description to my eBay store. So I have these 2 here. He does have the Flareon tin. I didn't have him go and crack open the Flareon tin. I don't think he's going to be giving me these for $20 anymore just today. But if I can get some more of these from him at a good price, I will be adding more to the store. So as a matter of fact, I'll be buying them from him whatever price they are, as long as they're below market a little bit. And then, you know, like I said, I always like to age my products anyway. So yeah, so these will be on the store. Evolution tins with Evolving Skies. Just one, but hey. All right, man. So that's it. End of my video. All the big dogs are falling, man. Time for you guys to get ready to pounce. Be ready, because like I said, some of these cards are still falling, and they're gonna fall more. So best time to get it is when the hype is dying down. Everyone's looking at Destined Rivals right now. People are even taking their attention off of Prismatic. Journey is still pretty hot, so yeah. But all right, man, I'll see you guys on the next video. I am out.